Hey friends, how are you guys doing? Happy Easter. I wanted to take a moment and answer some of your questions and highlight some beautiful comments I saw on some of our videos. For those of you who don't know me yet, my name is James Monroe and I am River Monroe's dad. You will see more of him if you scroll down the page, but sometimes at night like this, I like to have an evening conversation with some of you guys when the kids are already asleep. So, some of you had questions on the page, and I'm gonna start with one from Tracy, who asks, what disability does River have? So it's called an anoxic brain injury, and it's from drowning. River drowned when he was 14 months old. His biological mom was with him at home and left him unattended in the tub. So I was at work and got a text message that something terrible had happened to River, and I rushed to the hospital. And when I arrived, they had just reanimated River. So the doctors at first thought that River would never wake up or open his eyes again and wanted me to let him go. But I trust River and I trust God, and I also have a strong spiritual connection with River, and I could feel a lot of things, and we chose life. And River has challenges, but he's so expressive, and he's conquered so many things so far. He's really changed through the years. He can now stand with my help. He reacts a lot to music. His physical therapists see big changes in him. A lot of his doctors see way more eye movement, way more expression, and I used to spend all my time with River even before the accident, and I recognize my little man. I know he's in there, his soul is in there, his personality, and it's challenging at times, but I believe that with God, with all the advancement in technologies, with prayer, everything is possible. And that's what a lot of brain doctors now say. River's actually surprised and impressed a lot of doctors. Some that thought he would never open his eyes again are like, wow, I just can't believe he's here now. Like, because he can stand with my help, and the doctors see that and they're like, wow. So here we are in this journey together, and I it's an adventure every day, but we are fundraising for new therapies for River. There's always new things that come up, and I know a lot of you guys have mentioned some that I should check out, so thank you so much. Okay, Tammy asks, when River drowned, wasn't there someone with him to watch him? Yes, there was. Unfortunately, his biological mom, the way she explains it, she's not in River's life anymore. She chose to move on completely years ago. But the way she explained it at the moment when the police officers were in the hospital room with me, and she told us what happened, the way she explained it was that she went into another room and spaced out. That's not an excuse, of course, because you should never leave a child unattended in the bathtub. But some people mention might have been a mix of postpartum and different things. But the bottom line for me as a dad is I hold no negative energy towards her, because she gave me a son. I respect her choice to completely move on. That was not my ideal. I would have, preferred my family to be together, but that's a choice that she made very strongly. And I am still in contact with her own family amazing people. Her brother and sister are in River's life, and we love them so much. And we pray for River's biological mom so that she, can find her own way, peace, and yeah, that's the way I see it. Now, Denny asks, with River's mouth open all the time, does his mouth become dry? Do his eyes dry out? Does he have control of his bladder and bowels? Okay, so for River's mouth, it's a challenge. I'm always putting lip balm on it. You're right, Denny. It's tricky, and even the tip of his tongue. Some of you guys might have noticed that sometimes it gets a little bit dry, and the skin will fall off and stuff. So we put lip balm carefully there too, like a natural one, and just try to hydrate River as well as possible. But what the doctor explained is that saliva can be acidic, so even if you put lip balm, it's not going to be perfect, but we try our best. And for River's eyes, it's the same as its eye drops, and sometimes at night we put a different ointment. And I also, on the suggestion of River's eye doctor, so it takes sometimes 2 eyes to kind of close his eyes and just like humidify them that way. And but River's moving his eyes so much more. There's so much more activity in his eyes. It's crazy. And what was very different before is like his eyes looked in very different directions, and they're way more aligned, and I know a lot of you guys have noticed that. And that was one of the great things that at the therapy in Mexico they told us might happen, that there would be more activity in River's eyes and hopefully in River's mouth. I haven't seen too much more activity in River's mouth. He curves his tongue a little bit, sometimes it quivers, but it was doing that before. But his eyes definitely, since the therapy in Mexico, we've seen like improvements in that realm. And you were asking, does he have control of his bladder and bowels? No. River has diapers, and that's how it is at the moment. Marls asks, James, do you think a therapy dog would be helpful for River? Oh my God. River loves animals, and I could tell because it's like one of you guys meets River and you hold his hand. Sometimes people do that in a restaurant. Oh, can I just pray for him, hold his hand? River moves his eyes a lot. Sometimes he'll raise his arm and stuff, and he does the same with dogs. And it's very cute because some dogs want to give him kisses, oh my God, and River is just taking it all in, and you see him move his eyes so much. Sometimes I just like to be in his head and see, okay, what is he, feeling and thinking in a moment. So, I'm connected with him with intuition and stuff like that. But River's funny at times, and yeah, just makes you wonder. Tiffany asks, does River have teeth? Yes, but he lost some. Actually, we were at the dentist the other day, and she was telling me, okay, another one is piercing, he's getting adult teeth. So she was explaining, because they're pediatric dentists, that with River's injury it's normal that there's a little delay in that realm. And so, but he does have teeth. He's missing the 2 top ones. So that's why we don't see it as much. But yes, he does. Okay. Marie, do you ever sit River up to watch cartoons or the same shows Daisy watches? Does he react to cartoons? Yeah, actually, we do sit, because I know River was so crazy about certain cartoons like Baby Einstein and stuff when he was younger before the accident. He would like go crazy. He'd get so excited. He would like paddle his feet and stuff. And sometimes I use things like that to kind of like try to trigger memories or see how does he react now to those. So we try, to let him experience some of that too. And I really like also I have like big studio headphones for our music recording, and so sometimes I'll put that on River and give him really good music and stuff, and he reacts to that too. He moves his eyes a lot, and um, I feel he enjoys it. um, Catherine, have you tried stem cells for River? There was a point where we tried stem cells um, from his mom's fat cells um, in the beginning, but I did not see a difference back then. And we've tried exosomes on River, but for him, maybe it was the way it was done, but I didn't see like a big change after that. So it's hard to tell with certain therapies if they were really, really effective. But it might have helped kill some inflammation, or, you know, in some, or help him in some way that we can't yet see. But I'm really looking into more of the stem cell and exosome therapies, because I know there's expensive versions of them that there's more cells, and that other parents told me it made a huge difference in the same type of injury from drowning, like huge for their kids. So I would love to get to that point, but these therapies are way, way more expensive. So, Kana, does River cry? I don't know if he cries yet, because sometimes he'll have little tears, but I feel it's more from eye sensitivity, because his eyes are very sensitive to light since the injury. So when we go outside, River really has to have like dark shades, and I also have to turn them away from the sun even with the shades. So it's tricky at times, because if the sun hits just like one side of the shade, River will sneeze. Nothing bad, it's just that, like a lot of light sensitive people, it'll make him sneeze. But when you have a trach and secretions and stuff, you just gotta deal with that in a certain way. So yeah. Jane asks, James, can you please show a picture of River before he drowned? Oh, that's actually a good idea. And it was a sensitive subject for me before. I remember, like, I was actually working on a movie on River's life, and I just could not do it in the beginning with the footage of him before the accident. But now, there are beautiful memories, and I'm okay with it. And it's, I look at that, and you could see it both ways. You could see that, it gives you an idea, a different idea of another part of River that you can visualize with, full healing on River. And it's such beautiful memories. I'm actually gonna release something. There's very, very precious footage of River that was taken the night before River's accident that I would like to share with you guys. He was at the piano, and it was just like the most, I think, amazing footage of River before the accident. And yeah, such a special boy. Sandy asks, does River's biological mom have anything to do with him? Not since almost 3 years now. So after River's accident, she would come and see him maybe every 3 months. Then it became 6 months. Then it became a year, 2 years, and now it's been 3 years. And the last time we communicated, she asked me not to reach out at all again, that she wanted to move on completely from his life, and I was the one pretty much reaching out all the other times, asking, "Do you want to come spend a bit of time with your son?" Then she would come, but it got the time in between got longer and longer, and I respect her choice now. I perhaps for her it's easier mentally and emotionally to with the guilt and everything else, um, to continue with life, but I pray for her. Like I said before, I hold no negative energy towards her because I would never do that to River. I'm grateful she gave me a son, and if that's the extent of what she could give, that's okay. I think it's a good situation for River. He needs to be surrounded with positivity and good energy, and I think that's very important. Okay, that was pretty much the questions, and let's see. Okay, there's some more beautiful comments that I wanted to highlight with some of you guys, because I mean, guys, you are such an amazing group of people. I know I've said it before, but I feel we found our tribe with you guys, and thank you for all the suggestions, the questions, the prayers. All of it is so powerful, and I mean it. I look forward to reading you guys. It does make a big difference in my life, and I know that River can feel that energy as well. So Cheryl was saying, you just came across my Facebook, and I have to say, you are an amazing man and an amazing dad. Brings back a lot of memories of me and my daughter. God bless you. Thank you so much, Cheryl. Let's see, Lynn says, it does not surprise me to hear that River's been following the light. She's referring to a light that we've been using in a reflex therapy, and River was following it with his eyes. It was so epic, guys. I was like, man, like there's something going on here. So Lynn continues, River is light and was created by the light deep inside. He knows who he is. James, you and your family plus this community reflect back light every single day. Shine, little star River. Wow, what a beautiful comment. So true about you guys being the light. Yeah, I mean, just the way you guys care for River, and many of you have never met River, which tells me a lot about you guys, about the love inside of you, and it's just very special to make new friends like you. Rachel says, River has so much to say today. I really enjoy the updates and seeing River's milestones and accomplishments. River's an amazing kid, your friend from Massachusetts. Thank you, Rachel. Yeah, it's special to see him, for me, like, get excited. The milestones, accomplishments, of course, that's kind of like, wow. When River starts doing something new, I'm like, oh man, for real. And it's funny, guys, because what I feel is that the new things that River is doing are just getting more frequent. It used to be like he would do a new thing, but then he wouldn't do it for a while, and then oh, he does it again. Now these things he does every day, like raising his arms, moving his eyes a lot, and trying to use his legs in different ways as well. I Some of you might have seen, sometimes I use the vibrating roller with him, and he'll start paddling his feet. And when I stand up with River, if he's excited, like let's say it's at the evening, because River's a night owl, it's the evening and we're walking, you've seen me like push his feet, but River does the standing, he stiffens his legs, and but sometimes he gets so excited, guys. He'll try a new move with the leg where he turns the leg and he's trying to find another way, to use his leg. So he's figuring things out, and it's beautiful to watch. Okay. Vicky says, so glad River's doing good. You are both such an inspiration to us all. So glad I found your page and able to follow you and River Boy. River Boy. I'm thankfully able to donate and hope it helps a little. Oh, thank you so much, Vicky. Yeah, every little bit helps. As you guys know, there's therapies that I like to do weekly with River because it just makes his days better. And there's like larger therapies that we are putting money aside. That's going to take a bit more time because some of them are very expensive, but the weekly ones make a huge difference, like the red light therapy and Cairo. The more I go to Cairo with River, the better he breathes. And it's funny because his chiropractor notices things in River too, and every time I go there, like let's say River's having a bad morning, because sometimes morning can be a little bit hard on River. He might have secretions like more than the rest of the day, and he's kind of still waking up. But then when we go there right after, River's day changes, and the way they were explaining it is that it relaxes all the muscles around the spine, and it just makes circulation so much better in the body and the brain as well. So yeah, it does make a difference for us. Amy says, so glad River's having a good day. James, you are a ray of sunshine to so many. Thank you for your soft heart and gentle words with River. Jesus smiles on you and River. Thank you, Amy. It's a perfect comment for Easter. Yeah, I guess in my life, I don't talk about it very much with people because everyone has different beliefs. But for me, Jesus is a big model of life. Just the love, and from what we read, he was. Children were kind of at the core of his message to, seeing the world like through the eyes of children, and it's for me it's such an amazing experience to be a dad. I love taking care of Daisy and River, and seeing them interact. I just feel like kids are so amazing because everything can be exciting to them and new. And I see it with River too, even though, he doesn't have the same expression as Daisy, for example, or other kids. He gets so excited, guys, when he gets a chance, like, to stand up and stuff, because River is the most patient man ever. Little man. Because sometimes he has to wait, because in a house you have to go do the dishes. Okay, River's waiting. He's laying on his side, prepares some food or whatever, or go get something in his room for him. So he has to be very patient. But as soon as you pick him up, his whole demeanor and sounds change. It's crazy. like and he's not shy, he'll go like, ah, as soon as I pick him up, and then I start walking with him, and he'll make big sounds, like I call them his dolphin sounds, like, and he gets really excited. And if I I'm like, oh, I forgot something, gotta go get something more, so I put him back on the yoga mat, and he's like, ah. I'm like, oh man, River. But yeah, he expresses, so many emotions, and I feel that he knows I understand him, and it's a very, very unique communication and relationship. And his relationship with Daisy is very special too. The way Daisy interacts with him, and will want to start the suction machine if she hears him cough, or all the new little things that she does, like bringing towels. I told you guys, but she's doing new things, or will want him to experience things like bring a toy for him or something, or it was her time and now it's his turn, stuff like that I observe. Um, but yeah, so that's the comments and the questions for today. But thank you so much, guys, for being in our lives. If you guys want to read more about River's story or donate to help him with his therapies, you can do so on heartswithriver.com. And we will see you guys in the next one. Right?